Hello, in this video we're going to present the analysis of a querying system applied to Punto Sandwich at the university, specifically during the time period from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m., which corresponds to a peak demand hour. The objective of this analysis is to evaluate whether the system has enough capacity to serve customers using concepts such as arrival rate and service rate. The system analyzed is the service process at Punto Sandwich. This process begins when customers arrive at the lines and ends when they receive their order. For this analysis, the service time is defined as the time from when the customers start being attended to until they receive their product. This allows us to measure the real service capacity of the system. To perform this analysis, data was collected over 3 different days, Tuesday, Thursday, and Monday, during the same time period, 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. For each day, 2 main variables were measured. First one, the number of customers arrived per hour, which is used to calculate the arrival rate, known as lambda, and the second one, the service time for each customer, from which an average was calculated. These values were then used to compute the service rate, known as mu. The collect data was the following. On Tuesday, 28 customers arrived per hour with an average service time of 8 minutes and 12 seconds. On Thursday, 28 customers with an average service time of 7 minutes and 48 seconds. And finally, on Monday, 23 customers with an average service time of 7 minutes and 24 seconds. To calculate the service rate, we first need to convert the service times into decimal minutes. Then we apply the formula of mu. This formula tells us how many customers can be served per hour. This chart has the results. We can see for each day the arrival rate represented by lambda and the service rate represented by mu. The arrival rate shows how many customers arrive per hour, while the service rate shows how many customers can be served in the same period of time. The most important part of this chart is comparing these two values. We can clearly see that for all days, the arrival rate is higher than the service rate.
So, taking into account all the information and data that we calculate, it's very important to say that this system shows that these have like a high level congestion, that basically in which lambda is greater than mu. That this implies like some wasting times increase, like this system does not have like sufficient capacity, in which the system shows with the formula of P that we divide lambda by mu. We have the result of 3.29. This shows that it's like overloaded and very unstable. That is a risk for this sandwich point. So we get that the P is 3.29, and this result shows that the bottleneck is the main problem that will be the customer service process, because this customer service process is very high compared to the arrival rate customers, that this like limits all the system capacity and is like the main problem to resolve. So the solution what we propose is basically 2 options. The first option is that we want to increase the number of servers, people that help to take the order and deliver the final product. So basically we will need for servers, for people more to help to the system, because we need to overcome lambda with mu. So basically we multiply the mu by 4, and basically this overcome the lambda, so it will be able to meet all this demand. And the second option will be reduce the service time. It's more difficult and a little impossible, but the solution will be, and we develop by dividing 60, that is the minutes, by lambda. So we get that we will need approximately a service time of 2.37 with one serve with the same system, but this will help Punto Sandwich. The conclusions: Punto Sandwich basically is a system that is saturating these peak hours, because this Punto Sandwich can't afford this demand, so can exceed like the service capacity. So we think that the most viable solution is to increase the number of servers or people that can take these orders and deliver this final product. that this will bring to University Punto Sandwich to improve the service, to do not lose some customers, and improve these waiting times and have a very good system.